like Dianne Feinstein in a wheelchair, being told by her operatives who to vote for.
Right. That's what you got to do if you're Sandusky.
Ride that bitch into the rocks. Because if you get out, then they start investigating you. Like, whoa, stay active.
Yeah, you got to keep achieving.
The con alive. Keep these people fed because they will feed you to the wolves. Right? If you're a corrupt politician, you got to stay in office. You can't retire. If you retire, you're open game. Because now are you on a podcast, retired, talking shit? Let's get them. They start auditing you, and everyone's got some fucking shady. They made way too much money,
dude.
There's no way. There's no way it's not shady when you're worth $200 million and you make $170,000 a year. That's crazy.
Right, and then you have to stay. You have to.
You got to ride into the rocks.
Also, there's something about that power that you don't want to give up on. That's
100%.
Also, yeah,
100%.
Some like weird like the Emperor Palpatine. They all look like Emperor Palpatine. Every politician looks like Emperor Palpatine when they're old. It's crazy. Male or female.
The weight of it all weighing on you. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you have to know that you're like, man, I'm like, at a certain point, I'm fucking over so many people.
Right.
It's got to weigh on your soul, hopefully.
Bro, you age. I think the best people age the hardest. You know? I think Obama was probably like a very idealistic young man who really wanted to change the world.
Yeah.
And that dude aged more than anybody.
Well, in 2000,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
who aged the least? Trump.
Yeah.
Trump just fucking.
This is something that
he just brushed that shit off his shoulders like it was nothing.
This is something that Derek said to me in like 2018 once. We were talking about. He's like, I don't know, because he's not a big politics guy, but it's like, I don't know if I trust Trump. His hair's not getting gray. What kind of politician doesn't get gray hairs?
Well, the hair itself, he makes fun of his own hair. He was on stage talking about his comb over.
Yeah, he's funny.
He does stand up. He's doing stand up. Regardless of what you think about him, foreign policy, economics, regardless, the guy is doing stand up.
He can work a room.
Well, that's why none of them can fuck with him, because he can go on a podcast easy. Because he does these stadiums where he just goes out and starts talking shit. He does Biden impressions. He does Biden wander around the room. He doesn't know where he is. He's funny, man. Okay, and the problem is he does it all the time, so he's got an act. He's basically like a comic, like in a lot of ways. That's the problem. Is like these other people they have canned speeches that are written by a bunch of people that have this like really well worded, explanation of what's wrong with the world, what's wrong with the country, and what they're going to do. But it's not them. It's not them. That's why they all fall apart when they're talking, and they just don't have any idea what the question's going to be. That's why they had to be protected. All of them have to be protected from themselves.
Right.
Because when confronted by like some basic facts about the fucking corruption of the world, they don't know what to say, and they crumble. And Trump just starts talking shit. He just starts talking shit. Well, they're all corrupt. He just starts going into it and talking about crooked Hillary and this and that, and they said this and they said that.
Yeah, it's just him saying what's on his mind, regardless of whether or not, people like fact check him or whatever. I think people are just used to that now. Like, that's how they consume media now, is like, I need the real person to talk to me.
Yes. It's also like, they're like, oh, he's a crazy person. I'm like, yeah, that's the only kind of person that would survive what you try to do to him.
Right.
That's the only kind of guy that gets through. Like, you want a perfect person morally falls apart by the time they've been indicted and they've 34 counts, felony counts. Like, your whole body's just destroyed by the stress of you possibly going to jail for the rest of your life. You have to be a fucking insane person to ride that out and not look like anything even happened. Then you get shot.
Yeah.
You get up after you got shot. You're fucking bleeding from your ear and you go fight, fight, fight. You got to be a crazy person to get through these. He's a nightmare for anybody that's trying to rig a system. Like, that guy's the nightmare. He's the final boss of fuck you. You know?
Yeah. And also to want like a good guy to be your president is kind of like, a good guy is your neighbor. Like,
well, it would be nice if we could get a good guy to be president.
I don't think they would want that job.
No, they wouldn't want that job.
No, they wouldn't want that job. There's no way. That's an awful job.
I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's like a lot of people that just want success. They want a certain kind of success, and also they want a certain kind of success publicly. They want everybody to know that they're successful. Like that's a hyper competitive person that's locked into a very specific kind of game. It's the game of look at all the shit I got, look at all the power I have, look at all the shit I got, and they're all playing that game. They're just playing that game sneaky. They're playing that game talking about the importance of addressing climate change and, all sorts of weird shit. They're talking about, but they're all playing the same goddamn game.
They're in a legacy game. They want to see how long can my name last post me dying. Like, that's a type of person.
Bro, it's what happens with cults. It's what happens with everything. There's always one maniacal person that just wants to control everything. Everything. That's why CEOs backstab each other and try to get each other removed, and you hear about that, like internal coups at companies.
Yeah.
Everybody's always like, "Fuck you, I'm the man. How could he be the man? Well, I'm the man." And they just they fucking ruin each other, man.